What's up, YouTube? It's Third Town from 8-Bit Co-op, and I want to thank you for joining me here today as I do a long overdue channel update video. So, what's been going on? The short answer, I had another seizure. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just kind of start from the beginning a couple of months ago. But in order to do that, I have to explain to some of you who don't know the full story. When I was in the Marine Corps, I suffered some injuries. I had several concussions lasting anywhere from a few minutes to a few weeks. I got a TBI because of it. It went undiagnosed until I had my first seizure, and I went in and got a not an echocardiogram, but they would do the head CT, whatever. They found a focus. I guess it's a spot in your head, and they can tell how long it's been there, and so I had a seizure. Well, I was in a bad accident, and I broke my back, fracture of the T9, compression fracture, and so I get back injections, right, to manage the pain. Well, I had gotten a back injection, right? I got a back injection on a Friday. This was a couple of months ago, and Sunday I had a seizure, another grand mal, and when I seize, I kind of fold in like in like the fetal position. And okay, here's your spine. It's like this, right? I had a compression fracture. Boom, it compressed down like that. Well, when I had my seizure, it forced it down some more, and I've been in pain. I mean, it's excruciating. Not only that, it's like if where it is where my ribs like connect to your your spine. Well, if this is out of place or this is jinky, the rib is no longer sitting where it's supposed to be, which is a whole nother monster. That caused a lot of pain, like taking a deep breath hurt and all kinds of stuff. So um, I was hurt. I was in like excruciating pain. So much that I was taking my Percocet 3 times a day, every day. Now, because I had gotten my injection on Friday, you can't when you get an intercostal injection, you have to wait 3 months before they can give you another one because there's dangers when you get the shots. You could like drop a lung and they couldn't go in the same side that they gave me the shots, so they had to go on the other side. But I had to wait 3 months. When I was 3 months, I had to be in immense pain. During that time, I didn't get addicted or anything, but I was taking Percocet so much, I started getting worried because I was looking forward to taking the Percocet, not to get high, but because I wanted the pain to go away. And I mean, I get drug tested pretty regularly. In order to get my medications, I got to do random drug tests and everything like that. So, which is not a problem. But I started to not. I started to like taking the Percocet because it made the pain go away, but I didn't like how it was making me feel, and I started getting worried. And I told my wife. Well, before I did that, I decided I'm gonna go a couple days without taking a Percocet. I was an asshole when I did it. Uh, the pain was that bad where and I did very well. Didn't snap at my wife, didn't snap at my kids, snapped at the dogs though, and I yelled at one of my babies really bad, scared the crap out of her. I feel bad about it, but she wasn't. Okay, Bamboo is almost a service dog. She knew when I was gonna have the seizure. She was acting funny the whole time. She was like in the kitchen when I had the seizure and was like trying to, they had to put her up in the room. She was whining and everything. Well, she started this thing where she's right there. That's where, right there. And she kind of started doing this thing where she was sitting right up under me. And I was hurting. You gotta understand, in my defense, it's not. There's a reason. There's a difference between a reason and an excuse. Okay? Excuse has no validation. A reason, I was in pain. A lot of pain. And I got up. I almost tripped over her, which made me stumble, which hurt even more. And I yelled at her. I feel bad. But, she wasn't doing anything but looking after her daddy. But anyways, so I was in a whole lot of pain. Couldn't really do anything. Laying down hurt. Sitting up here hurt. Only time I could really do anything was if I was heavily medicated, which meant I couldn't do anything. On top of all that, in the state of Florida, if you have a seizure, if you're awake, they take your license for 6 months. If you're asleep, they take it for a year. I was awake. However, since I had a seizure before, there may be a chance I might not get my license back. So I gotta surrender my license here in a couple of days, which sucks. But the pain was starting to make me depressed. I was hurting all the time. I had zero desire to do anything. Now the funny thing is, right before the seizure, my wife was like, "You need to go fishing. You haven't done any fishing videos." Blah 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 blah. So I got ready to go. Planned this whole fishing trip. I was gonna go with one of my friends, Dave, and I pee in my rods, restring everything, got new weights, tackle, lures. My old tackle bag got stolen, so I lost all my tackle. So I had to rebuild from scratch, anyways. So and they took my other GoPro battery. Anyway, I had planned this massive fishing trip, and then I had the seizure, and I just didn't go. And I haven't really done. I mean, I went fishing a couple of days ago, and I was hurting. Even though I had the shots, I haven't been standing up that long, for a long period of time. Juniper. Anyways, so, and it wasn't good. They were like, you should have been the day before. I was going to go the day before, but I was just like, I'm trying to get that motivation back to do anything. And that's part of the reason why there was no videos, because I didn't, really have any motivation to do anything. Just being hurt and being out of commission, and not only that, being a first-time homeowner, it was our first year in the house, and I was not ready for the expenditures that we were going to have to have. Granted, we have money. Tell by the knickknacks and all the crap we have. We got money, but the house was more, not more, I don't want to say more than I bargained for, because I love our house. 2,900 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, plus a Florida room, plus an office, plus the computer room, plus a dining nook, and then we got a huge ass yard. I mean, big house. This is the house that we wanted. Love our house and everything about it. So I'm not talking bad about the house. I'm not upset that we got it. Never that. I love the house. But I was not prepared. I didn't know all the intricacies of owning a house and what you had to do after the first year was up. There's things you have to do. If you're not a homeowner and you don't know, there's things you got to do after your first year. Things you got to clean and things you got to make work, show work to. And the house settled, and then we've got cracked paint and all this stuff. And then I'm like, man, this is a new house. Why is it doing this? And everybody's like, it's a new house. It's supposed to do that. Every house in the history of forever has settled the first year. You're gonna get cracked, in the paint. It's not, like it's not damage. It's not damage. It's like, oh, look, and then we had Sherwin-Williams come and they redid the grout and fixed it up. And they were like, it's going to take another year for the house to actually, because it's built on sand, basically. So it's going to take another year for it to actually settle and not really do any of this stuff. So it was like, yeah, you're going to see, even for this year, little cracks in the paint as the house finishes settling in. It's under warranty. It's all taken care of. But, that and then having to take care of the yard and having to do all this stuff while I'm hurting. And I got to do it. So my motivation was tanked. My energy level tanked. Didn't want to do anything. Was hurting all the time. If I wasn't hurting, I was drugged up. And then I got my back injections finally. Things are better. They're not perfect. I mean, just being in pain so long, and I've developed some bad habits. I did hurt myself a little bit more after the seizure, so I got to get used to that pain. Still have the migraines. I'm never going to get rid of the migraines. Never going to get rid of the back pain. Never going to get rid of the shoulder pain. Never going to get rid of the knee pain. Doctor said that those are something that's going to say. Sorry, okay. I was just checking on my wife is doing visits and on the phone here in case she needs something. So when I get a message, I tend to like just look at and glance and make sure it's not her or anything. At any rate, so that's what's been going on with the channel, and we're getting back on course. We did stop because we weren't doing any videos. We did stop a lot of our subscriptions just because, like what, 3 4 months of not really. I just didn't want to. I mean, yeah, I hope you guys understand. People that live with chronic pain will know. There's no understand when I say you don't want to do anything. You have no desire. Nothing. Nothing. Because everything hurts. Everything is just, you know. So I'm starting to get back into it. Me and my wife were doing so well with our diet and everything, and then I had a seizure and we stopped. I dropped. I went from 238 to 222 in like 3 weeks. I was working out all the time. There's a guy at the gym who does workout programs for like injured vets, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll set up a program for you." So I did that. Was doing that. I can't lift heavy. Those days are gone. The days of me lifting super heavy are over. So I lift light and often a lot of weight. So I had to stop that. I just recently am able to start exercising again, but I can't drive. So I'm starting that hurt me for a while, not being able to drive. I was feeling like I wasn't going to be able to participate, do stuff that I'm supposed to do as a husband, help take care of the family and everything. But I mean, life throws you punches sometimes, and you just gotta, roll with them. It is what it is. But we are gonna get back into swing of thing. At least I am. My wife, she's been working a lot lately. But I'm gonna start, doing Warhammer videos. We've been playing Guild Wars 2, having a lot of fun with that. However, Guild Wars 2 is not a game that I want to like do videos on. It's a fun game. I hate the PvP in that game. That's why I started playing Warcraft or Warhammer again. Why do I keep saying Warcraft? Started playing Warhammer again because I wanted to do PvP. I miss fighting and I did Guild Wars PvP. I just didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. So there are a couple of games that we're looking at doing here in the near future. But for those of you that stuck around, thank you. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me that even though nothing has been coming out, you guys have stuck around. And I promise you, I'm going to start making videos again. I'm going to start, even though I can't drive, I got plans in the works for fishing. And I hope to get some. I gotta get a new GoPro. I gotta get a new GoPro battery. Actually, I'm gonna get 2 of them, and maybe some more memory. And then I got something here in the works for some winter fishing, a winter fluke, bonito. Man, okay. So actually, real quick. So the day I decided not to go fishing, 3 tuna were caught, 5 king, a whole bunch of Spanish, a whole bunch of mangrove snappers. I mean, they were like, it was on fire the day before. I went up there the next day and they were like, oh man, it's going to be crazy. Yesterday, the redfish count, the keeper redfish count, 28. 28 redfish were caught that were keeper, that were slot the day before. I went out there the next day and I lost 2 redfish. I lost a bunch of snapper and then more. I caught 10, 11, 12 or more big. So I missed the great day of fishing. I missed it. And I had the perfect bait. People were like, yeah, there was a guy that came out there with shrimp and he was catching the reds. He said this guy caught 8 or 9 reds. He was, I think the limit is him and his brother or I don't know, friend. And you're only allowed to keep, 1 per person, I believe. So he was catching them off the shrimp. And like he was slaying them. And then 3 tuna, man. Anyways, I got something in the works for some. I'm definitely gonna go for some flounder, do some winter fishing and bonito, but mostly flounder. I'm surprised there was only 2 black drum caught that I know of. fishing around here hasn't gotten back to normal. I did go out. I saw Joseph. It was really cool. Joseph's out there, and I was supposed to go back the next day, but I had to go because my son was sick, and then he was sick for like 5 days. Oh, it was oh my God, kids. Like it was something was going on, going around at the school, so I didn't get to go back fishing again. And then I went fishing the other day, and it was just there was. I went fishing the other day. There was a lot of action, but it was all remora and I think one or two kings, maybe a couple of redfish, but they were too big, and then ladyfish. Oh, the ladyfish. Ladyfish are running because bait's running. So many ladyfish. I lost 5 or 6 gotchas to ladyfish, and then I was like, I'm done. I'm done. They were biting. They were biting on my shibiki. So at any rate, I plan on doing some more fishing videos. Maybe next year, at the beginning of next year, we're gonna pick back up on our subscription boxes and start doing more unboxing videos. We're definitely gonna do oh, my wife's computer went down. By the way, when it rains it pours. Her graphics card fried. Well, it fried the ports on her motherboard, so she got to get a new motherboard. We ordered the motherboard 3 weeks ago. It's back ordered, so we're still waiting on that. Plus, she's got to get a new the 1080. So I'm gonna get a 1080. So we got, so we're just waiting for her motherboard to come in, and hopefully they said it shouldn't be too much longer, another week or so, and then we'll get her back up, and then we can start doing videos together. So that's the main reason why it's been. It's the 24th today. Maybe 17, 18 days. Her computer's been out. She hasn't been. So it's been a while. It's been close to 3 weeks. So, but anyways, I just wanted to give you a channel update. I'm sorry for rambling, but let you know that we are okay, and I do plan on doing more content for the channel. I'm taking it slowly though. Got Warhammer videos coming up. Hope to get some fishing videos. I think you know what? I think I may go tomorrow because I can get a ride out there tomorrow. So I think I may go tomorrow. Probably not going to be the best day to fish. I might do some night fishing. No, I've been really considering doing night fishing, so I may do some of that. But at any rate, my name is Third Battalion. Once again, I appreciate you guys sticking around and just hanging in there with us. And I promise you more content is on the way. Alright, guys. Take care. I will see you in the next one.